Yo, what's up, everyone? Big Dog back here at MmaTape, coming out today with a breakdown on Jacobe, Jacob. I don't know if you know how to pronounce his name. Write it in the comments. It could just be as simple as Jacob, but I want to read it as Jacoby. So Jacoby Smith and Josiah Harrell. Interesting fight here to break down. Both are newer to the UFC. Jacoby got signed by the UFC last year, I believe. And how many fights has he had since that Dana White Contender Series fight or win? Really? Yeah, that's what I thought. Just two fights since then. Preston Parsons and Nico Price. Guys, remember this channel is intended to be a database that you can come back to these videos when you want to hear these fighters, when you want to know how these fighters fight. This is what I do, man. I record it and then I'll go back when the guy fights again, listen to these recordings. Then I know what he's good or bad at, so I can make my selections depending on who he's facing next. I'm not going to make this type of video on every fighter, every fight card, because if we already talked about what they do, we just got to go back to the video, not re-record if there's nothing new to share. Um, with that being said, so Jacob or Jacoby Smith, fine, I'll call him Jacob. He is a top level grappler, and he has striking. His striking looks really good at that. Um, and his ground and pound is vicious. I love the way he uses his forearm and elbows to cut and slice you when you're on the bottom. He also goes for submissions, even though you couldn't tell because he's getting all these KOs. But he does go for him. I mean, look, he sub Deco. So yeah, he's crazy, and he goes. He's I think he's a special fighter. I just wanted to say that as well. And he just goes forward, looking to hurt you. He has a nice jab. He has some hooks, and he hits really hard, and he's fast. So I didn't find a lot of weaknesses in his game, but this is what I have noticed. Well, number one, as you can see here, a lot of fights ending in the first round. I would like to go back now. I'm saying this out loud, but I'll do this for the next time I do a video on him. So, big dog, note to yourself: next time Jacoby Smith fights, um, watch these fights because I never got to see him 3 rounds. But it was his cardio I want to talk about because he goes so hard round one and two, really, as long as the fight goes, that I see him tiring out. Even this Nico Price fight where he got that submission, he wrestled so much that first round that I saw at the end of round one where he started like getting tired. And when he gets tired, weakness number two, he kind of leaves his chin out there to be hit because he's just so used to going forward, and now he's tired. He gets a little defensively irresponsible. I think that when someone beats him, it's going to be someone who has the wrestling to defend, 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 defend. And I say it that way because Jacoby's not going to stop. So as Jacoby keeps going, and someone defends, 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 and then separates, and they're back out of the feet, and then Jacoby again is going to go back to his striking, which is good, but now he's tired and exhausted. If the other person is a good technical fighter or has a lot of power in the hands, Jacoby's exhausted from all that wrestling and not succeeding, he can get knocked out or severe or seriously hurt, and the fight start to take a turn in the other direction. So that's how you got to beat him. You ever seen those fights where where there's a striker and he's fighting someone with just nonstop grappling and he's defending. They go back out in space. Now he has a chance to hurt him, and then the other guy grapples him again, and he's like, "Oh!" And then you see that the whole fight, and you're just telling yourself, "Dude, you can't beat him in a striking match. So stop that and just offensively wrestle because it's not going to be the striking match that you want it to be. This type of fighter won't allow that. He's gonna wrestle again and again and again. I saw that very similarly, like in that Khamzat Chimaev fight with Dricus Duplessis in the title fight, where Dricus wants to stand and bag, but Khamzat's not gonna let him just do that. He's gonna keep wrestling. And then you're like, I would just wish he would wrestle. Okay. Whoever does that is gonna beat has a chance to beat Jacoby. You gotta just wrestle him back. Offensive wrestle, not just defensive wrestle. Because if you're better than him on the feet, he's just gonna wrestle you to death and pick you up and take you down. He has explosive takedowns. If he wants to fight to the ground, it's gonna go to the ground. His takedowns are legit. So, with that being said, let's talk about his opponent for a second. Fights like this is why I started watching tape and eventually ended up making this channel. Because you look at this and you just say, oh, just like what happened with Malcolm Wellmaker. And I'll be honest, I mean, I didn't have time. I was out that weekend to watch any tape. So I made the mistake that you should never make, which is, oh, you got this great prospect that's whooping everybody, super good. He has an opponent. It's a tough opponent. You're like, okay, wait, we gotta be careful with that fight. For whatever reason, the opponent drops out, and then this newcomer comes in last minute. You're like, oh, he gotta whoop him. That guy is making his UFC debut. This guy's a top up and coming prospect. He's gonna whoop him, and you don't even know who the guy is. That happened to me with Malcolm Wellmaker and the guy I forgot who he fought that he lost to, and that also happened with Chris Padilla's UFC debut. I forgot who he fought, but it was the same situation, and then Chris Padilla won the fight. So I see something similar cooking here. Josiah Harrell, nobody knows him. He's last minute, short notice. Jacoby Smith is a killer. Jacoby Smith had a hard opponent, and Se Young Koo, I think, is who he was going to fight. And now this nobody is coming on the scene to fight him. So Jacoby should beat him up. I don't even know what the odds are. I'm so curious. This is a warning. I saw some tape on Josiah Harrell, which was hard to watch tape on him because everything was pay to watch and I couldn't see much. But I'll tell you what, I saw his last fight and I saw enough. Can you guys just guess what type of fighter he fought in his last fight? For those, drop it down below in the comment section. I'll wait. Give you a minute while I pull this up. Pretty sure it was this fight. Now I want to check. I want to fact check myself. Time for you to leave in the comment section what type of fighter you think he fought is that last fighter, the one I'm talking. That's on my mind. Josiah Harrell. Oh, it's not on here. It's not even popping up. I saw the Dazmatov fight. That didn't even show here. And there's a Ken Genrich fight. That's not there. So his last couple fights apparently are not even showing up. Where's this Mike Roberts fight? Okay. This Mike Roberts fight is 5 fights ago, based on what I'm looking at here. He's fought 5 more times since that fight. So this last fight that I'm looking at, that's on my cell phone. You guys can't see what I got up on the screen here. Against Dazmatov. I probably should pull it up on top Tapology. That his last name is Ov. So you guessed it, right? A non-stop grappler. And you know what he did, dude? He defended one takedown after the other till the guy couldn't take it down anymore. And Josiah was able to start hurting him on the feet. And Josiah even offensive wrestled him a bit, but he started to hurt him because the other guy just wanted to grapple him to death, and Josiah knows how to grapple. Josiah knows how to grapple, and eventually He gets back up. He looked good in one of those scrambles too, where he did get taken down and he just like popped out the side, got right back on his feet and came after the dude. And it's I can see this fight playing out the same. Look, from what I saw on the feet, it's not that Josiah's like really technical. He's oh, I remember when I was watching, I wanted to tell you guys, he reminds me of like a Michael Chandler. That's his fight style. He's got wrestling, really good wrestling. He's kind of stocky, throws big hooks. He reminds me of like a Michael Chandler. I'm not saying his skill level is there yet. I don't know that. I only saw one fight of the guy, but from what I saw in that fight, that's what I needed to see. How does he handle someone who's not going to stop grappling, and what can he do when it's on the feet? And he did. He checked the boxes. He he defended a bunch of takedowns. When he did got down, he got right back up. And when he's on the feet in separation, he's looking to take your head off. Dude, that's literally what I just explained is the only weakness I can see someone exposing Jacoby Smith. You got to defend his takedowns. And then once you're on the feet and you're at separation, you got that short window, knock his head off or offensive wrestle. I see that in Josiah's game. So could Jacoby just be like, there's levels to this, and maybe he's the better grappler than Josiah and the guy who did wrestle Josiah for however long that fight went on? Maybe, and he just mauls through him. But I guarantee you Josiah's going to be a big underdog. You might as well sprinkle on him. So be careful with Jacoby Smith killing all your parlays this week, is what I'm saying. Be very careful. I'm not saying don't bet on Jacoby. I'm gonna put him on a parlay or two, but it won't be on a main parlay. Um, and you can bet your bottom dollar. I'm sprinkling on Josiah money line, just because you have to with the price. Let me see if I can get my FanDuel here without my personal information showing. Yes, I actually already had this here. My kids are fighting in the back, and I need to yell at them, but I don't want to edit this video. I'm trying to end this video quickly. The lines are not there yet. Whatever it is on DraftKings, I'm going to bet Josiah plus 5.5. Make it a close fight. I do not think that if this goes to the scorecards, that Jacoby will completely beat him 30-27 on all three judges' scorecards. I think we're going to see some striking. Chins are going to get tested. Stop that. Stop that right now. Stop it. I got to go, guys. I'm sorry y'all had to hear that. I'm not editing this video. It takes too much time. Probably should have warned you. I was about to yell. My fault, guys. Next time. That's lesson learned. Warn you before I yell so you can put the volume down. My kids are driving me insane. I can't think straight. Bet on Josiah. If the KO is high, sprinkle on that. But he could win decision. Outcome, this all three outcomes can happen because these guys can grapple, they can sub, they both have power, they're both durable from what I can see. This is not a fight you want to really put too much money on the outcome. Too many things can happen. But I think that you can put Jacob on one parlay in case he wins because he is experienced and I think he's very good. But you want to sprinkle some money on Josiah to keep the fight closer to win outright. In case the upset happens, you cash on that big plus money because I guarantee you he's going to be a big underdog. I got to go. Let me go handle my kids, bro. Appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe.